Hey everyone, welcome to another Pioneer video here on Magic Arena. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and there's a link to my Coffee account in the description, so if you're able to support the channel that way through a donation, then that is greatly appreciated. So today we are playing a birds deck. So this is Bant birds, green, white, blue. So this has quite a high density of Final Fantasy cards just because the new Chocobos, various creatures from that set, are all birds. Interestingly, they're birds that don't have flying. Now, I'm not a Final Fantasy person, so I don't know why that is, but I'm sure someone will tell me. But yeah, this is a creature type matters deck. So a lot of different types of birds, cards that interact with birds, and yeah, just make for a kind of powerful, take what are already some quite powerful effects and just make them extra powerful. So in terms of our new bird creatures, we have the 1-mana Chocobo with landfall. So this is a 0/1 that whenever a land you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. So often this is a 1-drop, but you might not play it until turn 2 just to get some value out of it straight away. Traveling Chocobo, which is the mythic sort of splashy bird from the set, which is a 3/2 for 3. Lets you look at the top card of your library at any time, and you can play lands and cast bird spells on the top of your library. And if a land or bird you control entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. So, for example, with the Chocobo, then the landfall trigger happens twice, which does make for a pretty big creature pretty quickly. We've also got the Choco Seeker of Paradise. So this is a 3/5 for 4 in for all 3 colours. That whenever one or more birds you control attack, you can look at that many cards from the top of your library, put one into your hand, and put any lands from among them onto the battlefield tapped. Obviously, this triggers the landfall ability that a lot of the Chocobos have. And then Bart's and Boko, a legendary human bird with affinity for birds, so often we'll be able to cast this for just green, and when it enters, each other bird you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature an opponent controls. So this is gonna, in most cases, gonna do a pretty hefty chunk of damage and probably kill whatever it is you're targeting, regardless of its toughness. So yeah, those are the new Final Fantasy birds. Oh, we've also got one copy of Ambrosia Whiteheart as well, a self-bounce card, which can sometimes come into effect. Our other birds, Cloudfin Raptor, which is kind of an old card, but a 0/1 with flying and evolve. Mockingbird, Plume, Creed, Escort, which does a similar sort of thing to Rattle Chains in the Spirits deck. Valley Quest Caller, which isn't a bird, but acts as a bird lord in this deck. Aven Interrupter, good tempo card. So yeah, there's a lot of birds, some of which have flying, some of which are Chocobos that don't, but they all kind of benefit off the abilities of these kind of more powerful lord type effects in our birds deck. Then some interaction in the form of like Portable Hole, Invasion of Gobakan, Get Lost, The Wandering Emperor, some counter magic. So yeah, quite a suite of different things. Then a 3-color mana base, as many untapped lands as we can manage, although we do have a couple of restless anchorages because the creature that turns into is also a bird. So can benefit from all of the various abilities that we have as well. And then each of our legendary Kamigawa lands in the relevant colours. We've got a fair few legendary creatures, so these will often be discounted. 1 basic plains, just help us fight through any field of ruin or anything like that. In the sideboard, we've got Deafening Silence. This is a good kind of... This acts pretty one-sidedly in this match, in this deck. You know, the opponent is often going to be shut down by this, whereas we're not. Portable Hole for some more early interaction, thinking of those sort of mono-red matchups. Spell Pierce, and change the equation, some additional counter magic. Containment Priest, shutting down those decks which are trying to combo or cheat cards into play. Exercise is just a good versatile removal spell. Rest in Peace for Graveyard Hate, Knockout Blow again, that kind of anti-aggro tech, and then an Aven Mind Sensor, just for stopping the opponent searching their library. But a bird with a fairly niche ability, but sometimes it might matter. So 1 copy of that as well. So yeah, that is Bant Birds. It's got a lot of new cards in it, so you know, given the overall power level of Final Fantasy does seem to be relatively low, you know, I think we should approach with caution about the power level of this deck in a format like Pioneer, but there's a lot of synergy, a lot of good synergy. So yeah, we'll see how that does. So thank you very much for watching. let's take it onto the ladder. Yep, this seems a reasonable opening hand. Okay, the opponent's going aggro on me, so I'll start with a little birdling. Nice. Okay, well, we can't have that. So let's kill it. So this will probably be quite a painful turn, but hopefully setting up for a decent set of turns afterwards. Yeah. One interrupter can go. Okay, that could have been... That's annoying, but it could have been worse for my life total. So we'll interrupt that. This being a tap land is properly rough. Oh well. The Wandering Emperor will provide. Go away. Ditch Barts and Boko here. Okay, well, they've quite effectively played around my Dazzling Denial. Oh no, they haven't. Fine. That's A-okay with me. So let's prepare an Emperor, which will at least gain us some life.
I am the Emperor of Kamigawa, and I will protect my people. You are not much of a robot.
Dark Confidant. Okay, let's play Choco. Fire up the Aven Interrupter with a counter.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
Okay, this is going to be close. Ooh, that's a lot of life they've just lost. I am presenting Lethal Flyers next turn. Yeah, Screaming Nemesis is a good card, but won't get it done. Okay, I'll block Dark Confidant. I'll take 3. Marvellous. Okay, we got there through the powerful Rakdos aggro draw. So, definitely want Portable Hole. I want Knockout Blow. Change the equation. Barts and Boko could have been good there, but yeah, those Hopeless Nightmares were just a bit too much for it. I don't hugely actually like Aven Interrupter here. I think it's too slow. I think that's fine. Yep, decent. Ooh, what should we do here? I'm tempted to start with Breeding Pool because they haven't played a creature yet. The Last Ride as a -7/-7. So they've got a kind of self-damage thing going on here. So I'll get that down just because I want a creature on the battlefield. And then, yeah, feel free to attack my hand again. Okay. Well, I'm going to kill it. Knock them off mana a bit here. Let's stick this on Bird. Play Choco. Why does that keep happening to me? I must be clicking the wrong thing. This happened when I was testing the deck as well, because I could have got rid of their Last Ride there. Oh well, never mind. Okay, let's put Quest. Let's put that one in our hand. Why do cards have to be so complicated? Why can't things just do what they're supposed to do? We were probably going to win anyway, but it's still annoying. Right, that one can go into my hand now, yes? Fine. Sheesh. I mean, they're dead anyway, aren't they? Good. Good. Yep, this will do nicely. Shame about the double white, but we might be able to draw into it. So it looks like a Phoenix deck for the opponent. Yep. Okay, well there's the extra white mana, but we don't need it quite yet. Might be able to snag a treasure cruise or something eventually with the... Oh, it's Vivi! That's fun. Don't quite have the mana to kill Vivi either, so... let's just attack pass the turn with Aven Interrupter. And this VV is going to grow quite big quite quickly. So it's not Phoenix, is it Prowess, or is it VV, depending on your frame of reference. A situation where this not being a bird was actually quite annoying, because otherwise I'd been able to cast Barts and Boko. Okay, so this one I will interrupt. Now, they still have some mana available to them through VV, so interesting. Okay, in which case let's Barts and Boko and kill that absolute villain. Cool, okay, great. So, dealing with VV, I think involves Deafening Silence. Probably Portable. I assume they're running Corey Steelcutter, so I think Portable Hole we do need. Change the equation we need. Probably Knockout Blow we need as well. Maybe just 2 Deafening Silences. I am less fussed about Aven Interrupter, even though it was reasonable in that particular game. Invasion of Gobakan is fine, Get Lost is fine, Ambrosia Whiteheart can come out. I think I'll trim 1 Choco as well. Yeah, this is fine, I think. I think the starting town makes it a playable hand, even though that is quite painful on the life. Start with a Cloudfin Raptor. Okay, well, let's just do the same thing again, shall we? What could go wrong? How dare you? This just being a green land is super awkward right now. Okay, VV, I have no way of killing you, unfortunately. So yeah, I think we're just going to have to take our punishment for a turn. Yeah. Okay, they're going off. I fear a treasure cruise is in my future. No, okay. So I basically just need something like Get Lost, or yeah, I need unconditional removal now. And they've got an Embry combo going on here. This is a lot. Yeah, Restless Anchorage, not going to help very much. I feel super dead. But let's play Travelling Chocobo. Portable Hole is no good. Cloudfin Raptor is no good either. I mean, I suppose they will have to kill me next turn, because I've got So they can do Embry loops with Mox Amber. Yeah, that's a good start. Oh no, please don't do that. Why can't this... Okay, it's another Embry. Fine. So couldn't that just be a nothing card? Why are you like this? Okay, that'll do it. Yep, no, there's just no answer to Vivi there, unfortunately. So, I want Deafening Silence in. Actually, Exorcise is an answer to a VV that's gone slightly out of control, so let's put that back in. Take out the other two Chocos. Yeah, I'm just not running that many direct answers to VV, unfortunately. Bant and Boko can kill it early, but not late. Okay, this is not terrible. The ability to hit VV with an invasion of Gobakan is quite important. So let's start with old Shaz Chocobo. Let's play Invasion. Okay, they got Spell Pierce, fair enough. Well, I'm going to need some more land. That ain't it. Okay, I'll just pass the turn. Okay, Embry, I can Dazzling Denial. Land. Gonna be one of those kind of games, is it? Okay, in which case, I think... Yeah, I've just got to pass again. Let's get Cloudfin Raptor down. Pass the turn again. Hey, VV. Do it! You know you want to. Alright, fine. Don't. Don't care enough about that, so I want to keep it alive. I really do need more land. Why can't I have more land? Okay, I think we just got to go for it now. At least with the Wandering Emperor, I have some sort of answer to VV, even though it's not a not particularly great one. Okay, well they've definitely got a copy in their hand. Well, maybe they don't. Okay, well that could have been worse. I mean, still not having a land is pretty rough. So I think let's just pass with the Wandering Emperor available, and then we've still got counter spells. Four lands in the top 15. Seems fair. Let's counter that. Now, they can eventually bring it back, but it's a problem for future Nick to worry about. Okay, okay. So again, like a travelling Chocobo here is fine. Let's do that. So on bird. Then how do I want to do this? I could portable hole away the Mox Amber, or I could just play. Yeah, let's do that. Let's deny them a mana source. Okay, Corey Steel Cutter by itself I'm not hugely worried about, because I will just get rid of it. And they've got Krenko's Buzz Crusher, but they can't play it. Fine, okay. Ooh, Deafening Silence would be good next turn. So yeah, let's start with Portable Hole. Get rid of Corey Steel Cutter. Play Anchorage. Attack with the 6/7. Pass the turn. Now, if they play Buzz Crusher here, they will be able to get rid of my Deafening Silence, which is quite annoying. Yeah. But I will be able to kill Emery in response. So, swings and roundabouts. Or do I just decline? Does it make me shuffle anyway? I shouldn't decline the land, even for Deafening Silence. Because I get a landfall trigger as well, you know. There are good things about having land. Now, let's flash in Wandering Emperor. Exile Emery.
You'll be safer. I am almost sad to see you go.
Okay. Now, Valley Quest Caller is fine. Let's fire up the...
Strike fast and strike hard.
So let's let the opponent go again. Yeah, one Steel Cutter isn't that interesting when I've got an 11-12 Chocobo. So yeah, they can kill my Wandering Emperor here, but they are just dead on the crackback. I see.
I'm never
Yep.
for good.
Cool. Very grindy, but the bird's too strong. Ugh, on the draw again. What is this? Nonsense. Yeah, it'll do. It'll do. Okay, so the opponent's playing a equipment deck, I assume, so we can't allow such things to continue. I think eventually I'd stop being on the draw against aggro decks, but sadly, not to be. So we'll copy our bird. So this way round means they probably don't have hammer in their hand. Three-bit inspector and an equipment deck is different. I shall prepare my Aven Interrupter to look sinister. Yep, that'll do it. Be gone with you. There's a lot of hovering going on. Ah! Ooh, the opponent's had a good hand. Well, I'll just take the block here. Another Chocobo. Fine. Chainsaw will kill off my travelling Chocobo. What absolute liberty. So I don't have any of the bits to make hammer work. Okay, Shadow Spear is an annoying card. I'll pass the turn with my Chocobos. Am I willing to... I'll take one hit from it, fine. Yeah, the temptation to attack with all here is pretty strong. I think I will. Ooh, that's super tasty. Okay, we'll have that in our hand. Those could go to the battlefield. Let's portable hole away Kemba. Suddenly everything's looking very spicy. Marvellous. Okay, Choco for the win. So yeah, the opponent's running hammer time. So I definitely want more portable holes. I want to change the equation. I want spell pierce, exorcise. What I probably don't want is Bant and Boko on the draw. I think it's too slow. Ambrosia Whiteheart is no good. Well, these escorts can actually come out. Let's have Mind Sensor and one Bart. Fine. Don't love it. Do not love it one bit. Okay, that is slightly better now. So, third. It was my understanding that everyone had heard. Ooh, Buster Sword. That's quite annoying. It's the problem with being on the draw. Everything's just too slow. They're going to be able to play Buster Sword and equip it, and there's nothing I can do about it. Okay, well I was forced to keep a pretty weak hand here, so let's not worry too much. Okay, well Get Lost will stop the Buster Sword going off again. Go away! Alright, fine. You can have that one. Okay, let's pop in Knockout Blow. A second Bart's and Boko. Take out Invasion of Gobakan. One Aven Interrupter. Yeah, Interrupter felt just mulligan to 6. No early plays. Just a bad time all round. For goodness sake. Great. A hand where I can't... I've got to keep, but I can't cast the portable hole. This has not gone well. My opening hands have been heinous in this game. This match. Spell pierce that. I kind of got to play the Besaju as a land here, unfortunately, because if only... Yep, far too late as usual. Yeah, this is a super scuffed game, unfortunately, because I actually think with slightly better lands, we'd be in a reasonable position. But yeah, we're just dead here. Ah, how very annoying. Oh well, it happens sometimes. Yeah, but I had to mulligan every game in that match. That was just really rough. Yeah, my opening hands were just tough. But yeah, that's the game. And if you try and run a 3-color deck, that does sometimes happen. Even with all the fixing in the world. So let's see what we get in our packs. Nothing of particular interest there. So yeah, surprisingly did okay, birds. Yeah, it can fall apart quite quickly when you've got the wrong mana. I mean, that was a bit unlucky, the number of... I mean, I run a huge number of white lands in this deck, to be fair, so... And yeah, that was just... Yeah, very unfortunate, but... Yeah, on the whole, surprisingly resilient. It can do some explosive things out of nowhere, as we saw in that first game against the Hammer deck. Yeah, with some good tempo cards, even Interrupter, Travelling Chocobo, doubling all the triggers of like the smaller Chocobos is pretty spicy. This not being a bird was quite annoying actually on a number of occasions. It is a bird lord, but not being a bird itself is frustrating. This was a bit rubbish, but yeah. Yeah, mixed, I think. A mixed bag. You could probably play around with this quite a lot and fine-tune it. This is a kind of first pass at a bird deck, so it's probably not perfect. But yeah, I think it did okay considering. But yeah, here's the deck list one more time. It's in the description as usual, so let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. As always, like and subscribe if you haven't already, and if you're able to contribute to the Coffee account, it is greatly appreciated. And yeah, I'll see you next time.